Question number 5. You have to solve this before the exam, before going to exam. What this question says, Mr. Selvan acquires a residential house in January 2000 for rupees 10 lakhs and made some improvement by way of additional construction to the house, incurring expenses of rupees 2 lakh. This is cost of improvement in October 2004. He sold the house property in October 2015 for rupees 75 lakhs. The value of property was adopted as rupees 80 lakhs by the state stamp valuation authority for registration purpose. He acquired a residential house in January 2015 for rupees 25 lakhs. He deposited rupees 20 lakhs in CGDS account. CGDS means capital gain bond issue. It is not CGDS. Capital gain bond issued by National Highway Authority of India, NHAI, section 54. And this house property is purchased. It is under section 54. Under section 50C the higher value will be considered, that is 80,000. So let's move ahead and see what would be the tax consequences in which assessment year it would be taxable if the house property acquired in January 2015 is sold for rupees 40 lakhs in 2015. It is the part of violations that I have taught you, and such violation sums how you have to solve that I will be teaching you now. First of all, solve the normal sum. First of all, computation of the capital gain chargeable to tax for assessment year 2016-17. Assessor's name is Mr. Selvan. Mr. Selvan's name should be written. You should follow a strict pattern like this. You should not be changing your pattern as sum per sum, because if you change the pattern, you only will get confused. So first of all, we'll write FVOC. Instead of writing sales consideration, write FVOC. Full value of consideration 80 lakhs under section 50C. 50C you have to write in the notes. Okay. Less transfer expenses, they have not written, so you should follow a standard pattern. Less transfer expenses, net consideration, then 80 lakhs. Less index cost of acquisition. The cost of acquisition is rupees 10 lakhs. You should calculate the index cost of acquisition in the working notes. Do not do over here, wrong thing to do over here. Just write working notes. It gives a good impression to the examiner. If you do like this, if you write notes, the examiner feels you are quite genuine student. So calculate the index cost of acquisition. I'm not calculating it right now because I know you are familiar how to calculate index cost of acquisition. Less exemption under section 54. Why only 54? Why not 54E? So let's see. You should calculate 6 months from the date of transfer of the property. So you should, when you read the question, you should calculate the 6 months period and check out whether the exemption will be available or deduction will be available or not. Okay, just not randomly put the deduction. First see whether it is available or not. So let's see. He acquired a residential house property in January 2015 for 25 lakhs. He deposited 20 lakhs in the capital gain bond issued by National Highway Authority in June. In which month? In June. And when the property was transferred? The property was transferred in October 2015. That is 10/2015, but it is purchased on in the next year 6/2016. So it is after 6 months. So section 54 EC deduction will not be available. That only it has been written over here. Exemption under section 54 EC will not be available. Exemption under section 54 is available. So this much only is the normal sum. But there is a part. This was the first part and this is the second part of the question. What would be the tax consequences and in which assessment year it would be taxable if the house property acquired in January 2015 is sold for rupees 40 lakhs in March? If the asset is purchased from here, the lock-in period for section 54 is 3 years, but it has been violated. So as per violation, how will you solve? You will solve the violation as 40 lakhs. This is the FVOC, less transfer expenses, that normal thing. Consideration, no index cost of acquisition, since it is a short-term capital gain sold within 3 years, so it will be short-term capital gain only. Less reduced cost of acquisition. I have given you the format, so you might check in the book, in your theory book. Reduced cost of acquisition, 40 lakhs property, Cost of acquisition 40 lakhs. 40 lakhs. So it is nil. Consideration is 40 lakhs. So finally, short-term capital gain is 40 lakhs. Cost of acquisition was 20 lakhs. Sorry, not 20 lakhs, 25 lakhs. I'm sorry, 25 lakhs. And here also 25 lakhs. So see, cost of acquisition is nil and short-term capital gain is 40,000. So short-term capital gain will be chargeable. You don't need to show the taxable liability, that how much you have to pay. You don't need to show. They have asked what will be the implication and in which year it will be taxable. So that's it. In the assessment year 17-18 it will be taxable. You have to write it in a similar manner only. Just you have to show the calculation that cost of acquisition less reduce cost of acquisition that previously it was taken. So 25 lakhs cost of acquisition and previously exemption was taken of 25 lakhs, so it comes to 0. Okay, I have taught you in detail, in depth. If you want, you can write in your books. I'm zooming in. See, my reduced spelling is wrong. Wait. I hope you all have copied. If you want, you can see once what you have to write in the textbook. Do not show it in the calculation, show in the working notes. That give a good impression to the examiner. Write the notes. That's it. So this is clear. Now let's see. Okay, question number 6 also you have to solve for your exams. It is the cost of improvement thing. Cost of improvement, I hope you all have understood what cost of improvement is. So let's start with the sum. Please read the sum. I'm not reading the sum. Once read the sum in the textbook, in your practice manual. Please pause the video and read it. I hope you all have read it. I hope you all have read. So let's start. Sales consideration is 12 lakhs. See, finally the house was sold by Mr. Akshay to Mr. Sanjay on 2nd January 2016 for consideration of rupees 12 lakh. So 12 lakh. See how they have done. Work in note 1. You have to solve it in a similar manner only. Index cost of acquisition. He has forfeited rupees 80 lakhs. Mr. Akshay has forfeited 80 lakhs in the previous transaction, but the transaction didn't complete. So such amount of advance forfeited will be reduced from the cost of acquisition that has been shown over here. See, since it is done on 1st June 1995, if it had been done after 1/4/14, such 80,000 would have been gone in income from other sources and it won't be reduced from cost of acquisition, but it is done on 1st June 1995, so it has been reduced from cost of acquisition. Cost of acquisition is 1,50,000. 1,50,000. See, 1,50,000 cost of acquisition. Where it is 1,50,000. See, 1,50,000 cost of acquisition less 80,000. 1,50,000 less 80,000, you get cost of acquisition. New cost of acquisition is 70,000, and as per that cost of acquisition you have to calculate 70,000 into 1081 divided by 140, the cost of inflation. You will get 5,500. But alternatively you have to always write the alternatively of Manjulal Jesha, that the indexation will be taken from the previous owner. The previous owner was from 19, later on gifted the house property to Mr. Akshay on 15th June 1986. For 1986 it was this. So we have taken cost of acquisition, indexation from this date, but as per Manjulal Jesha we have to take indexation from 1481. We have to take it from 1481 because the property was purchased on 14th April 1979. We have to take the cost of acquisition from 1481. So for calculation of 1481 it will be like 70,000 into 1081 divided by 100, then the new cost of acquisition will be 7,56,700. See, you have to show it in the working notes. If you want, you can do it in the sum also, but alternatively you have to write it. If you do this, then you have to write alternatively it can be taken from the transfer date, but if you take it from the transfer date, you have to write alternatively of Manjulal J. Shah. Okay, cost of improvement, you have to calculate cost of improvement in the similar manner. I hope you know how to calculate cost of improvement. So the sum comes to an end. We'll next talk about other sum. I'm not teaching in DIP because there is nothing to teach in DIP in this sums. Whichever sums I am showing over here, please mark it as important, solve it before the exam and go. You all will crack the paper of capital gain. You have no problem in that then. So in my next video on other sums.